Breaking news right now at 4 o'clock. A flash flood warning has been issued to a levee failure along the Green River in west central King County. And this is an area here that is under current evacuation orders along the Green River. If you live in any of these areas in red, you should leave immediately. Thank you for choosing King 5. I'm Jessica Janner Castro. The National Weather Service estimates 46,000 people are impacted by this levee failure, and we have team coverage for you. Natalie Swaby is at the scene of the levee breach. Drew Mickelson spoke with people inside of an evacuation zone, and Ashley Ruiz is tracking the forecast. But first, we go live to Sharon Yu with emergency officials. Sharon?
Jess, we're live in Renton, where we just want to start out by talking about the traffic. Take a look at this traffic behind us. This is 405 that you're looking at, and people are navigating congested conditions as they're dealing with the closure of 167 in both ways. And now this is drone video we shot less than half an hour ago. It shows you a better look, a better view of the 405 southbound, completely congested as 167 remains closed in both directions near Auburn and Kent. We're right here is less than 8 miles away from the Desmond levee that breached at 11:30 this morning on the Green River, as you said. And officials say the initial repair of that levee will take hours.
That's the short-term fix. We will come back after this event and do a more thorough long-term fix. And we'll probably be doing work on a number of facilities throughout the system after this event is over, when the water's lower and we can assess what damage has been. A lot of the levees have been damaged during this event and are going to need repairs.
Yeah, the hours, that's again for the initial repair. Of course, the full repair is going to take more than just a few hours, but they're going to have to do a full assessment once the water levels come back down. And as for traffic right now, people are still navigating the 167 closure that's happening in both directions. That closure is causing a lot of headaches for what WashDOT has called the most congested and inefficient interchange in our state. For now, we'll send it back to you, Jess.
Sharon, you live for us on scene this morning. Thank you. And again, this is the evacuation area here where people were told to leave earlier today and to leave immediately. We cannot show you this enough. If you are living in any of these red zones or working in these areas, you need to get to higher ground right now. Natalie Swaby is live for us at the scene of this levee breach. What are you seeing there, Natalie?
Well, just take a look at the work that's happening right behind me here. Crews have been hauling heavy sandbags to seal the levee breach on the Green River. And just minutes ago, they moved in more heavy equipment that will soon be dropping asphalt on the spot where the levee failure happened. It was just before noon that county officials confirmed a breach on this levee. And we want to show you some of the video from overhead. You can see a better viewpoint to see just how big this is. This is what triggered that emergency about the potential for flash floods in Tukwila, and that's where led to authorities issuing that level 3 go now evacuation order for people east of the Green River, including neighborhoods south of South 180th Street. Now, we also want to show you the viewpoint from the ground in a nearby industrial park that did see some of those flood waters that moved in when the levee did fail. And this is an area that they moved all of the workers and residents out of, as crews have been focusing on just trying to fix this as quickly as possible. Now, coming back out live, and you can see the work is actually just now starting with this new piece of heavy equipment. We are staying out of their way as they are trying to work out here. It's not just work crews, it's also emergency crews. FEMA's out here, they're on standby, and they're also coordinating with the local responders in this effort to shore up this spot here. But now we are more than 4 hours in since the levee breach happened. That's just some of what we're seeing out here in Tukwila. Reporting live, Natalie Swaby, King 5 News.
Thank you, Natalie. Team coverage continues now with Drew Mickelson live in Auburn, where the Green River has been causing problems for people since this weekend. Drew.
Yeah, Jessica, folks who live here on 49th Street in Auburn were told yesterday to get out because of the flooded Green River. The water has dropped a little bit, neighbors tell us, but it is still surrounding homes and apartments. There are lots of road closures. We talked to some people who have lived in Auburn for decades, and they say they don't remember the river ever coming this high. Hundreds of folks at the Coppergate Apartments headed to Red Cross shelters yesterday, where they stayed with friends and family when their apartments were threatened. Just south of here, residents are under a get set warning, meaning they need to be ready to go if the river keeps rising. We caught up with folks in a 55-plus community who have their bags packed. They're hoping they won't have to evacuate like a father of 5 we met who spent the night in a shelter last night.
This is scary, scary for my kids. Like, are we going to be okay? Or are we going to be able to find another place? It's stressful, man. It's really stressful.
We were interviewing one of the women in that 55-plus community as you watch a car traverse through the water over the roadway here. We haven't seen anyone get stuck. There are some road closed signs, but folks are risking it here. I wanted to mention we were with some of the women in that 55-plus community, and they started getting an alert on their phone about this breach, but where we are in Auburn is almost 10 miles south of the breach. We have not seen any changes to the Green River levels here in Auburn. Back to you, Jessica.
All right, Drew Mickelson live for us in Auburn this afternoon. Thank you, Drew, for the update there. Let's turn to our meteorologist, Ashley Ruiz now. Ashley, we have been watching the situation along the Green River since about 11 this morning, 11:30.
Yeah.
But that's just one of our area rivers.
One of the several, Jessica. We have a flood warning in place for several rivers because we are expecting them to come right back up. We have high snow levels right now, and so we're getting rain up in the mountains. It's going to drain into the rivers, and we'll likely have some major flooding on the Skagit once again. But we are under first alert weather mode now all the way through Wednesday because we're going to have more rain. We're going to have strong winds, and not just the winds we're dealing with now, but potentially stronger winds tomorrow evening. Rising rivers, the landslide and debris flow risk, I can't stress it enough that this will be enhanced over the next couple of days, and mountain snow, not just a couple of snow showers. Heavy mountain snow, finally. We have a flood watch in place for all of western Washington through 4 o'clock Thursday because any rain that falls, it's going to be runoff, and that could lead to some more flooding. We have river flood warnings for the Cedar, the Cowlitz, the Green, Skagit, Skykomish, Snohomish, and White. And Skagit, as of right now, is the only one expected to reach major flood stage. Concrete's going to crest Wednesday afternoon. Mount Vernon going to have a crest at moderate flood stage tomorrow evening, and then again at major flood stage around 33 feet on Thursday morning. The Snoqualmie and Cowlitz and Snohomish and Skykomish expected to stay in moderate flood stage. And you see the cameras bouncing around, and we have sun breaks, but passing showers continue. But winds have been very strong, and we're not done with the strong wind gusts this evening. And once again, we have some stronger winds headed our way tomorrow. I'll have those details coming up.
Thank you, Ashley. Right now, about 45,000 people are without power across western Washington. In Snohomish County, there are about 17,000 people in the dark, including in Everett, Marysville, and Arlington. More than 24,000 Puget Sound Energy customers are also without power, the bulk of those outages in Kitsap County and in the Kingston area. According to PSE's website, several of the outages are due to trees down. No word on when power will be restored. We have activated our Northwest response in partnership with the American Red Cross. You can donate by scanning the QR code you see on the screen on the top right. Your donation goes directly to the American Red Cross to help those affected by these floods. You can also visit king5.com to find the donation link. And now here's a live look at Highway 167. Both the northbound and southbound lanes remain closed right now due to all of that standing water that you're seeing. Earlier this morning, WashDOT was able to get the southbound lanes back open, but they closed again shortly before 11 a.m. This is a very busy 6-mile stretch of road. It's between South 212th Street in Kent and 15th Street Northwest in Auburn. Crews have been filling sandbags to divert some of the water off the road, but you can still see so much standing water there. WashDOT has no ETA on reopening the highway. Right now, 2 lanes of eastbound I-90 are closed near North Bend after yet another landslide. This is the 3rd on the interstate in just 1 week. You can see here, all of those landslides have been in the same area. It's just about a 6-mile stretch from each other. And a fourth slide blocked part of Highway 18 on Friday as well. This newest landslide that happened today happened about 7:30 this morning. WashDOT says the two right lanes are still closed right now. The slide is different than the others because it happened on the edge of the road and not onto the roadway, but still right now no word on how long the lanes could stay closed. Meanwhile, up in Leavenworth, that city still recovering from last week's storm that left the town in the dark for several days. Power was out for 2 days, canceling the Festival of Lights. Today, city crews and volunteers are clearing down trees and repairing damaged power lines. City leaders say the Bavarian core there in Leavenworth escaped with just minimal damage. Despite more rain and wind in the forecast, festivities are scheduled to return this weekend.
The city's parking will be back online, but a lot of people do tend to park in the residential areas. And if folks do come, I would just ask that they be mindful about where they are parking.
As for Highway 2, WashDOT says it is still assessing the damage. The timeline for reopening remains uncertain. For everything you need to know about these road closures, evacuations, and river levels, you can text the word flood to 206-448-4545. We will send you our latest details straight to your phone.